This what I explained before. We had endless discussion about things that need to have a legal resolution. It's a legal issue. When something happens, some specific rule may be set up, possibly, and some specific processes has to be adopted to be sure that nothing bad happens. But it is something that is really specific. Not it is. For the user perspective, it's better not to have standards that are so much complicated that at the end the user doesn't understand what he's doing.
Okay, thank you, Andrea. I think we will move for our next speaker, Mr. Alfonso Tornatore, Vice President International Sales of Bit4ID. He will talk to us about smart keys, the new EID.
Hi, good afternoon. First of all, I would like that I'm really close to the families, that I lost some parents, friends. And second, I would like to thank you, the organizer, that invited us here. The presentation, I hope that it would be interesting, and feel free to interrupt me if you need to just to ask something more. Okay. I will start from this slide that generally is like my work table, because I can work without my espresso. Then why EID? A lot of you knows already why EID. First of all, to improving security, definitely. Online e-government service, so give to the citizen the possibility to access to e-services. And of course, it allows also the authentication at website and services. But in some countries, the EID card is also for signature, digital signature. Well, just to reduce the time, I will try to fly on this slide. So from Istanbul, just are some example when we can the EID used actually. In Finland, for example, it was the first country to adapt and to start issuing ID card. Then Sweden, that actually has more than 2 million of cards. Belgium, started in 2003. Germany just started in last November, but they are growing. Portugal as the Cartão do Cidadão, but I have seen that this data is not really correct, because now they are about 6 million. Spain with the DNI, and Italy, that at the end of 2009 have reached 1.8 million. Well, what are the layers to use EID cards? As you know, you need to have drivers and software application. Then there is a middleware, readers, and of course, smart card. What to improve usability? The market trend, of course, it could be from smart card to token. This is challenging, but what it would be the plus to use the token rather than a simple smart card. First of all, zero installation. You have more portability. You can bring always with you. That's it, not the case that I have with me. And is fully driverless. So you don't have any conflict between software and middleware and other stuff like this. What actually don't allow the citizen to access to all the services? First of all, there is some political, how can say, law that can help or can stop such kind of project. But technically, I want to see that there is no easy installation, no interoperability, and no friendly use in terms of access to the web portal or use applications. Just I would like, it's not exactly EID, but it's something very similar. I came from Italy, and I would like to point out such kind of migration between smart cards to tokens in digital signature field. Of course, it's a part. It's not exactly EID, but it's a part of it. All the certification authorities previously, I'm speaking 2 years ago, was signing digitally just using drivers, smart cards, middleware, and has a lot of problems. From one of these, and probably also Multicert can confirm, I mean, they have migrated from smart cards to tokens, and now 80% of the users of digital signature is using tokens, smart key. I was a bit, that's a new challenge for sure. That's a new form factor, I can agree, but if you consider that in the world there are a lot of cases that already spoke about new form factors. Who remember the first mobile? Then now we have iPhone 5. From the first smart card, ID1, now we have a 3FF form factor, as well as a credit card like Visa. They propose different form factor. So what you can do is practically with exactly the same with the smart cards, so banking online access, signature of electronic documents, presenting income declaration, check also social security, applying for scholarship. This is what you can do absolutely with the smart card. Sorry. But you can do the same also with token, plus more usability and minus troubles. Moreover, we decided to launch here a new challenge. Why don't print a smart card ID1 format, but you can say it's already plugged, a SIM format, so the chip is anyhow a SIM format, then you can have graphically a part of plastic, a part of the plastic card body already graphically personalized. So first of all, you can have a match between electronic personalization of the chip and the graphical personalization of the ID card. Then it's easy, because you can unplug the part of the plastic card, plug on the token, and the easy game, plug and play. So actually, what I won't say I am as EID, I mean, this is a new challenge, and here I would like to launch this. I am as, of course, is a cryptographic SIM site, because it still uses my SIM card inside, as you have seen before. Is a common criteria for plus certified, so you are using the same chip. You can have also the possibilities to have a RFID in the cap of the token, so you can have also access to the building, so physical. Here you can have also the convergence between physical access control and logical access control. is customizable anyhow. Also the software suite, you can download on the flash memory what you want. I mean, if, for example, the government has new applications, can download the software on the flash memory of the token, and the citizen can easily use this software. Of course, what I can do, we have already seen, but repeat it if you want. Digital signature, secure internet providing strong authentication, time attendance, physically access control, and data encryption. Of course, when you use a token, you need to secure in encrypted part of the memory your sensible data. Well, I am EID. This is a new challenge. What else? I want to say an espresso now, to wake up. Of course, feel free to contact me, just I reduce the slide so you can see my email. Thank you very much for your attention.
Okay, are there any questions? Well, I have one question. You showed us the iPad and the iPhone. How can you use IM in iPad and iPhone?
Right. This is absolutely something that we analyzed, and for the moment, iPhones and we are more for Android or open software. This is the discussion that I had also in the other room regarding banking, and this is the same situation. Actually, first of all, iPhone 5 probably has already a USB port. Sorry. A second, for technical and security point of view, it's better to go or to use some mobile devices that are more secure than Apple and more close to Google. But anyhow, this is a challenge. I hope that someone can agree on this, or of course this is something that would be also postponed with the new model, because I'm not sure that Mac, for example, it was the most spread before than IBM that launched the PC. So this is probably with that with Steve Jobs. I don't know what it will be the future, but anyhow, this is something that I would like to see, and anyhow we are willing also to face the future. The future is more predictable if you can determine it. So we are trying to do it. Let's see.
Other questions? Okay, so let's switch to our next speaker, Mrs. Silvia Cacavo, from the consulting team of ePractice, and she will talk about the ePractice platform and the European EID Observatory.
Hello everybody, I'm Silvia. Actually, I represent the company called European Dynamics, and we are responsible for the content of the initiative of the European Union, a portal called ePractice.eu. I don't know, any one of you ever heard of this? Okay, today I'm going to talk more about one of the communities hosted under the ePractice portal. However, before switching to the community, I would like to say a few things about ePractice.eu itself. What is ePractice? It is an interactive portal formed by the initiative of the European Commission, and it's tailored to the needs of practitioners in 3 domains: in e-government, e-health, and inclusion. It's a place where they can meet and discuss open government, policy making, and the way public administrations work. At ePractice, basically, you can meet, share, and learn. Meet because you can expand your professional network, share because you can contribute to the knowledge repositories of the portal by either submitting real-life cases or commenting on or providing other type of content, and learn by browsing the existing repositories. ePractice portal carries 9 repositories of knowledge. They are divided into sections. We have news, events, library items, which is a library of relevant documents, cases, fact sheets on e-government and e-inclusion at the moment, updated every 6 months, where you can get familiar with the current status of e-government and e-inclusion in all EU member states and associated countries. We have TV section where you can follow short training materials and also interviews with the key policy makers, blog, and community. The portal itself is based on the concept of community. It's aimed to be a single contact place for people of similar interests, where they can exchange and share and gather information on interesting for them subjects. There are plenty of exciting communities under the portal. One of them is EID Observatory. It's also created from the initiative of the European Commission. European Commission has acknowledged the importance of the EID in the multilingual and multilegal context of European Union. Apart from its participation in various, in funding of various research programs, it also supports the networking of the practitioners in the EID domain, exactly through this EID Observatory. Currently, it is widely accepted that the biggest challenges related to EID are not related to, let's say, feasibility of the technical implementations, but they are more related to the moral, legal, and human rights-oriented aspects that EID implementation carries, especially when we are talking about EID in the cross-border and cross-sector dimensions. In order to be efficient in such a complex environment, there is a necessity for collaboration of all the stakeholders. EID Observatory managed already to attract a significant numbers of practitioners coming from various countries and carrying various skill sets. We have hardware and IT vendors, researchers, e-government specialists, public administrations, policymakers. They are all in EID Observatory, and they treat it as a neutral pan-European meeting place on EID. EID Observatory, being a community under ePractice portal, provides various services to its members. So they gain access to the library items, they get to read latest news, they are being informed about forthcoming workshops and events. They can either publish themselves or browse the real-life cases submitted by other users. They can get familiar with various project analysis. Members of this community can contribute to it by submitting information related to their own activities, and they can interact with other peers of similar interests. What else EID Observatory can be used for? basically you can try to find research co-partners, you can learn the current status of EID developments in all member states, and you can also keep up to date with all the initiatives taking place around Europe and beyond. Now, very shortly, I would like to tell you how the community functions itself from the moment it's being created until it's fully operational.